Last year, Nintendo revealed their new My Mario line of Mario products for little babies. And before we get to the actual topic of this video, I will say, I have been sitting on a script for a bit about this whole Mario for babies thing, and I'm having a really hard time deciding if this is a video I actually want to put into production. It is mostly comedic, so it's definitely something different for the channel, but I have no idea if it's gonna work, and it's gonna require more editing than usual. So it could turn out great. I like the idea of doing something kind of new and maybe having it work out. But then if it doesn't work out and we put all of this effort into this weird baby video, yeah, I don't know. Still trying to decide. We'll see. But anyway, Nintendo just revealed recently that they were going to be bringing the My Mario line to the US, or rather to Western markets. And they've, of course, made this announcement alongside a whole slew of marketing pictures that show happy families and their babies playing with the Mario toys. And in one of the images, the mom has kind of a weird thumb. The thumb just kind of bent at kind of a weird angle. And so naturally, the internet was not able to be normal about this. For a while, weird fingers, weird digits, that was kind of like the red flag that an image was created using generative AI. I don't know if that's really the case anymore. I haven't really, I don't spend a lot of time looking at AI images, but as far as I know, I think they kind of figured it out. I haven't really seen an AI image with weird hands in kind of a long time, so I don't even necessarily know if that's accurate anymore, but it seems that's still the litmus test that people are going to determine if something is AI. Are there weird hands in it? And so here, people saw what looked like a weird hand, and so they immediately started accusing Nintendo of using generative AI to create these images. Now, to be crystal clear, I don't like AI. I am scared about AI. I do think that generative AI is going to have a really, really big negative impact on basically just everything, just the entire world, at the very least, the world of art. Art is already being devalued, and of course, more broadly, people are already losing their jobs. It's only gonna get worse. So yeah, no, don't get me wrong. AI, it's terrible. I hate it. Oh man, yeah, a couple days ago, I was playing Legos with my little nephew, and I was just looking for some random music to put on, and there was it's a picture of a lady playing a violin, and it was epic rock kind of fantasy music where it's metal and with the violins and stuff. And I'm okay, fine, yeah, I'll put that, because it was something to put on. And then just today, this morning, I was looking, and YouTube Music was recommending me other stuff from this quote-unquote artist, and they put out an album every day. Put out an album every single day, and the album art is just slight variations on this woman holding a violin. Okay, cool. I've been tricked into listening to AI music. We're finally there. So no, even now I'm having kind of a crisis of how, oh great, now the music is being infected with AI slop too. Great. So yeah, I don't like AI. I do think we should put our collective foot down and strongly oppose its usage in our media. I do think that people should be called out when they use it in a way that is not cool, but we have to be reasonable here. We have to be reasonable. It doesn't matter how strongly you feel. Truth is really, really important, and you gotta give everyone the benefit of the doubt, at least a little bit, even if you don't feel like they deserve it. Nintendo, on multiple occasions, has specifically said, we don't want to use AI. At least for now, we see no reason to do it. We are not doing it. More and more and more video game companies are starting to use it, even ones that people really like. Look at Larian. They've been under fire for supposedly using AI tools in their concept art creation, ideation, or something like that. I don't know, I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but it is happening. And yet Nintendo, at least for now, they're one of the ones that has not done it at all and is saying that they do not want to do it. So in a situation like this, when you see a weird thumb, just give it a second. You know, it's like that thing where someone does something and it makes you mad, and then like you get mad at them and you like act mad at them, you yell at them or whatever, and then it's like, oh, but look, it was a misunderstanding. They were actually doing this. So like it wasn't really you weren't really justified in getting mad at them. And then you look back and you're like, that means that I probably just shouldn't get really mad at anybody. You know, unless I understand the situation fully, unless I really do feel like I'm absolutely justified in getting mad at them, even though then that's still not a good idea. There are more healthy ways to resolve any situation, but that's neither here nor there. My point is, like, if it looks away, just take like an extra second. Like, just wait, you know? Just like, don't go straight to the accusations. Bring it up, like certainly bring it up as a topic of discussion. Maybe ask people, hey, do you think Nintendo used AI in this image? Because I'm looking at a weird hand here. We just gotta be like a little bit more careful about going straight for the throat, straight to the accusations, because those only, and I mean only, they exclusively damage the entire like discussion ecosystem. The entire topic only receives damage when people jump to conclusions like this. Now, I will completely admit right now, I am making a video talking about some people getting mad on social media, and that can often like take like what is actually a really small little like blip in the greater world of Nintendo and video games. Really just like a little tiny blip of just like a really small handful of people getting irrationally angry and jumping to conclusions, and then everyone talks about it and it blows it up and it makes us feel like this represents more people than it actually might. And I do recognize that I run the risk of just contributing to this whole gross discussion by doing this, but I just cannot help myself. I cannot help but take the opportunity to address this kind of thing, because like it's hard, because I get it. Here I am kind of admonishing people for jumping to conclusions here, but I also recognize that this is all very nuanced and people are kind of being driven into this state of kind of extreme paranoia because we see what AI is doing, and because we do want to be very, very clear in our messaging. We will not tolerate this. So like, I do get it. I'm not even trying to get that much on everyone's case, because like I get it. Like, being desperate and lashing out, that itself is a symptom. We don't feel a lot of power in these situations. We look at these big media conglomerates and see that they're forging ahead, and again, like, this is posing a very real risk to basically every artistic industry and many other industries as well. Like, we only see the damage that this is going to create. So we feel kind of justified in overreacting, in reacting as hard to every single potential case as we possibly can, you know, to spook them, you know, like, we want them to be kind of spooked. We want them to see that this is a very delicate thing. Like, don't mess with this. Don't even use AI in one picture, in just a series of little pictures for your website, for this little thing. Like, don't even do it. It's like baring our teeth and growling, you know? It is a way for a populace to feel at least some modicum of power. We really don't have anything other than the stuff that we say on the internet, and so people are going to try their best to turn what they say on the internet into, if not necessarily a weapon, then a self-defensive tool. So I can kind of see the thinking here. I do kind of understand the reaction. But another thing that I think kind of encouraged me to make this video is I also just have that many people never met someone who could bend their thumb like that. You know, like, just, I don't know. Is it just like I've been alive long enough? I've met enough people. Like, it's, you know, some people are, I don't even know what the official word is. We say double jointed. That's not, I don't think that's really a thing. Hypermobility, there are certain conditions where some people just have more flexible joints, and that thumb right there, I've seen people who could do that. They do it as like a party trick. The thumb just bends in a weird way. And so, I don't know, it's like, that's not an AI weird hand. Weird hands are like, there's not enough fingers, you know? They're like going through objects. They're weird little like wiggly worm things. This is just a thumb bent at a weird angle. Is it weird that that's the image Nintendo went with when clearly this was just like an accident? She probably wasn't even thinking. She was just holding the thing in a way that felt natural, and she didn't realize that her thumb looked kind of weird. And then they went with that image. That was one of the official images. Maybe they just didn't get a better one, and they're like, oh darn. I mean, if anything, they could have used AI to fix that, but they didn't, or at least Photoshop. But no, they gave us that image where her thumb was bending weirdly. So yeah, that is a little bit weird. But then like people follow this train of thought where then they're looking at all of the other images and they are literally convincing themselves. They're not doing it on purpose. They're not trying to lie, but they are unintentionally convincing themselves, altering their own perception to believe that there are messed up hands in these other images. And there aren't. There simply are not. Let this be today's lesson about the fallibility of our perception and our consciousness, that if you are convinced of something, it can be any kind of belief, any kind of idea, that can literally change how you take in and process information, how you see the world around you. People saw that thumb and they were convinced it was AI, and they start looking at these other images and seeing messed up AI hands where there are not any. None of these other hands are weird. That's just what happens when you get super in your own head about this and you make these assumptions, and suddenly the processor is going crazy trying to figure out how all the hands work, and suddenly you're hyper fixating on the hands and you're seeing all of these problems that do not exist. And I mean, it's fascinating. I really do find it very, very fascinating. So maybe I'm not trying to tell everybody off for like jumping to conclusions here. Let's be more gentle about it, because again, I understand. I totally understand where these people are coming from, and also again, I don't know how many of these people actually do exist. If this was just one little conversation on Twitter, or if this is a more widespread thing, I don't know. However, I do see this like AI witch hunt thing happening where people are getting more and more desperate, I guess. Desperate and a little bit, I feel like any word I use is going to be unintentionally offensive in some way or another. Intense. Let's just say people are getting very, very intense about it. So I get it, but let's all collectively just take a look at this, take a deep breath, and see like, wow, yeah. All Nintendo had to do was post a picture of a lady with her thumb bent weird, and it created this thing. And a lot of people jumped to conclusions about this. And again, this damages the whole entire conversation. There may be people who come away from this and they didn't really look into it. They didn't look and see if it was confirmed or not, and they will go on believing from here on out forever that Nintendo uses AI now. Like, I've seen this. I've seen this happen even about just like me in my own videos. A piece of misinformation gets out there, and then there is a percentage of the population who believes this incorrect information, and they will forever. Because they will never verify, they don't care to. It actually feels good to them to paint someone as the bad guy. I'm not saying that it's wrong to be mad at Nintendo or have problems with them right now as a company at all. But like, I also like, people like bad guys. People like to write off other people or companies as bad guys. They look for opportunities to hate them more. And so this is one of those things. Some people are looking for more opportunities, and they will see this as an opportunity, and forevermore, even if Nintendo never uses AI ever for the entire history of the world, to those people, they already do because of a weird thumb. So yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, let's just take it one step at a time, take it a little bit slower. It can't become a witch hunt, because a witch hunt is an emotional thing, and inevitably in situations like that, innocent people are going to come under fire. You're going to lead to more situations like this one. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention, for anyone who's like, how do you actually know, Arlo? How can we be 100% sure this is not AI? The model one of the models on the shoot. They took to social media to say, no, it's not AI. Like, it's just how some people's thumbs bend, man. Maybe that account is really an AI bot. I didn't really think of that. I guess that could be the case technically. But for now, I'm going to save my energy for being mad at the AI slop invading the music platforms. That's the thing I'm mad about today. Music is kind of my refuge, and it feels like my refuge is finally being invaded. And I knew it was inevitable, but that doesn't mean it feels good when it finally happens, when those walls finally come down.